Chapter 17, Frank Williams versus the Battle on Homefront. The fight against generational poverty is a series of battles amongst your own blood. Frank didn't realize the importance of being in a child's life on a direct basis until his son was living with him, but his daughter Stacy wasn't. Belinda reminded him that he needed to get full custody of Stacy so she wouldn't become a statistic of Desiree's poverty-driven environment. He transitioned this situation onto Belinda mostly because he didn't know exactly how to approach it based on his past with Desiree. This was the moment Frank realized that it takes more than one person to retrieve a family legacy correctly. Everyone had to be on their cues. Belinda's backbone was strong enough to hold the weight of things on the responsible side of their family legacy. Frank entrusted Belinda with his world because he knew she was strong enough to hold it. He knew Belinda would allow him to stay focused on his tunnel vision of bringing his family blessings they never have imagined. Stacy was in Desiree's custody, living in an environment where generational poverty was once again deeply rooted. While on the opposite side of the fence, Frank was in the process of building the legacy of real fathers in his family. Stacy lacked the father that Frankie had access to on a daily basis. Desiree was once Frank's kryptonite, but he was finally becoming stronger as a real father and understood the measures of where he had to go for the future of his children. He fought through court and made financial sacrifices to win custody of Anastasia. Now, he finally had both of his biological children in the legacy-driven environment he was building. He was a little intimidated going through the process of getting custody of his daughter. He was in his mid-20s, and the court system had a scary atmosphere when you're oblivious of what the outcome to your case might be. Frank had a scar on his arm from boiling hot water when he was a kid. It was a reminder of what a man is capable of doing to an innocent woman based on what he saw Mother Carrie endure that night. He now fully understood the fear of emptiness and security he witnessed his mother struggle with. His biggest fears for his daughter wasn't the knowledge he lacked, like in his son's case. He feared her exposure to poverty and the images she was bound to see under Desiree's roof. After getting custody of Stacy, both of his children sensed they were dramatically different from one another. There was always a constant battle of jealousy. One seed planted properly, while the other one wasn't. Stacy came from a broken environment, but Frankie didn't. There was a clash between both cultures since they didn't understand each other at first. As a child, Stacy felt like she was the only soldier fighting a series of battles. These battles were amongst her environment and the fear of having no one in her corner. Her life was bipolar in nature. She had to uphold the fundamentals of survival in Desiree's poverty-driven neighborhood. But things were completely opposite within the boundaries of Frank's legacy-driven home. Stacy spent more time around Belinda's son, Kevin Lee Jr., because he played a pivotal role as her emotional safety net, just like Belinda was for Frank. Stacy also noticed that her father was an extremely hard worker. He would be gone by the time she woke up in the morning and didn't get home till later in the evening when she was already in bed for the night. She understood that a man in America was either at home and not financially stable, or financially stable but not home with the family much. It took her a while to grasp the fact that this was the reality of her situation with her father. Stacy could have easily become the statistic society claimed she would be while growing up on 19th and Hampton in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She would have gravitated in the wrong direction if not for her auntie Belinda. In Stacy's new legacy-driven environment, she learned that legacy is what allows your name to still ring a bell in the minds of people after you're dead and gone, because you still hold weight in the world. It took her time to understand what her father was doing for them. When it clicked in her mind, She was thankful for her father being the most selfless person she knew. She adopted this characteristic from her father, which was passed to him from Mother Carrie. While Frank had custody of Stacy, he was only able to keep her for a certain number of days per month. It scared him knowing she was going back into the wilderness of poverty when she was out of his reach. He was functioning as a real father in front of his children. Yet, he never stopped to explain that although they are siblings, they came from two different worlds in the process of breaking poverty in their family tree.